Hey guys, I'm back with Fit Chat. A little change of scenery today. Hope you guys like it. I wanted to make this video because I do have a lot of people asking me if they should track calories or macros, and I'm going to talk about this. Hopefully, at the end of this video, you're able to make a decision that best suits you and your fitness journey. All right, so let me start. A calorie is energy. A lot of us just view calories as food or carbs, sugar, protein, whatever it is. Think of it more as energy. So, fuel for your body. And then burning calories is something that your body kind of does throughout the day. This is your activity level, and it all depends on how active you are throughout the day. If you are mostly walking around and being energetic, then your body is burning calories all throughout these activities that you're doing. So a lot of times we base just like burning calories on the times that we're going to work out. And just know that that is such a small portion of your day. So if you're someone that's always just sitting down, laying down, and you're not really moving your body as much, then you're going to have to do some things to bump up that activity level so you're able to burn more calories, or maybe you want to be mindful and not eat as many calories because you're not burning as much. So, okay, let me explain this a little more in detail. If your goal is to lose fat or lose weight, then you have to be in a caloric deficit. This means that the calories that you are consuming are less than the calories that you're burning. And this is the way that we're able to see fat loss. Maybe we think, I know I used to think this, that we're able to spot reduce fat. So for example, a lot of us want to lose that belly fat. So we'll spend a lot of time doing like numerous crunches and ab workouts. And at the end of the day, this does not mean that you're targeting that belly fat and that belly fat is going to go away. And this really doesn't work because it all depends on your genetics. Some people, based on their genetics, they're going to lose fat much faster on their legs or on their belly or their arms, their back. It just all depends on you, not just like what you're working out, or that's not going to determine like where you lose fat. You lose fat overall, and then in some areas you're going to lose that fat faster than in other areas. So unfortunately, it's something that we cannot control. For example, in my case, I carry most of my fat in my upper body, so I don't really have a big problem when it comes to like belly fat or fat around my hips or my legs. I mostly carry fat on my back and under my arms. So at first I thought like the more I would work out my upper body, the more fat I would lose up there, but that did not work. I had to be in a caloric deficit, meaning that I'm burning more calories than what I'm eating, and that is the only way that I'm going to be able to really lose that fat overall. Some fat is more stubborn than other fat. So like I said, it all depends on your genetics. You just have to be patient and keep on going, keep being consistent. You'll get to that fat amount in your body that makes you feel the best, and that is the only way, unfortunately. So then if you do want to lose fat and weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit. That is the only way it is going to work. And on the other hand, if you want to gain some body mass and you're more on the thin side and you feel like it's hard for you to gain weight, then you want to be in a caloric surplus. A caloric surplus is when you're consuming more calories than what you're burning. So you're going to gain more body mass, but you have to be careful with the macros that you're eating at that point, because if you're eating more fats than protein or carbs, you are going to see fat gain. And I mean, it just all depends on your goals. But most people that do weightlifting or bodybuilding, they do caloric surpluses. Oh, they get on a caloric surplus for around a month or two, and they just like bump up their calories, but mostly for protein and carbs. They kind of like stay low on fats, and this way they are able to like gain more body mass and more muscle. And then after, let's say, that month or two, they can go back to like a caloric deficit and kind of like lose that fat that they might have gained, you know. So then they were able to like build muscle, and then they leaned out and they have like this really nice shredded physique. And then the last term is maintenance. Maintenance is when the number of calories that you're consuming equals the same as what you're burning. So you're not really seeing any changes to your weight, and you kind of like stay the same. You're not really seeing much fat loss or fat gain. The majority wants to lose fat and lose weight. So should you track calories? Should you track macros? Let me explain a little bit my experience, and then you can kind of like go off that and make the best decision for you. So unfortunately, tracking calories and macros is not the easiest, funnest way to go about when it comes to fat loss. But I will tell you that it is very accurate, and it will work if you are consistent and you put in the work and you really track progress. Then you're going to see like what is working for you and what is not, and you can kind of like tweak macros and calories here and there to really like get you to see the results that you want. So I'm sorry, it is annoying, it is a pain in the butt, but it is a pain, but it works. It really does. And you don't have to do it forever. If you start doing it, you are going to see amazing results, and you should try it. Hey, you don't lose anything by trying. You can only get better. So let's get into it a little bit more. And you might be asking yourself, okay, so do I have to track calories and macros? Honestly, it just depends on your goals. Like if you just want to lose weight and you'd be happy with that, then you can just count calories. You don't have to really count macros if you think it's like too much. Then go for calories. Start with that and then see your progress. And then if you're not satisfied, then you can kind of like start tracking macros. If you do change your mind, you can always go back to that. But if you're more into fitness and you do weightlifting and you love going to the gym and you want to see like some muscle definition and you really want to see like a good amount of fat loss and you want like a more fit physique, then you should be tracking macros, because protein, remember I talked about protein, is what is going to help you build that muscle mass. And then maybe you want to stay a little bit lower on your fats so you can see more fat loss. I mean, honestly, guys, it's a lot of trial and error. So this is not as easy. Like there's no, here are your macros. follow this like you're good. Like, honestly, it's a lot of, let me try this first, see after a week or two how it's affecting you, and then you can kind of like go back and tweak your macros a little bit if you're not seeing like the results that you want. I'm not saying that I eat perfect and I'm 100% healthy. Of course not. But I try my best, and I really know by being consistent and tracking my meals and tracking what I eat, I do know like those foods that make me feel so good. And I know like those foods that when I eat them the next day, like I'm feeling bloated or I'm not feeling as well as I normally do because I ate them. So just having this control over your body, it's a beautiful thing. And it's not something that everyone has the ability or capacity of having and doing and experiencing, but it is possible, like if you really want it. And once you get to the level that you go through it and you live through it and you have so much control over your body, and it's just, I don't know, in my opinion, it's something so beautiful. No matter how successful you are in other parts of your life, if your health is not good, it's a downfall, and everything can just be taken away from you literally in a blink of an eye. Is that something that people say? I don't know, I've heard it. I've heard that saying before. In a blink of an eye, it can all be gone. So, I am a little obsessed with this whole fitness thing. I have been tracking what I eat, calories and macros. And honestly, some people don't have to track at all and they get to figure it out on their own. And that is amazing. It is possible, of course, and a lot of people do it. That is amazing. In my case, I did not have the willpower or the strength to kind of like eyeball what it is that I'm eating and do like intuitive eating, because I honestly had no idea how much I was really overeating, and I did not know anything about portions and how much 4 ounces of chicken is 100 grams of rice. I had no idea. I would go over in my carbs, I would go over in my fats until I really started like measuring things. That's when I started learning and realizing how much I was really overeating. So, like I said, it is a lot of work. It is painful to start with, but yeah, just everything depends on you. I'm not here to tell you to track because it's better. If it worked for me, I'm just sharing my experience, but not necessarily it's going to work for you. I'm just here like giving you kind of like the pros and the cons so you can make the best decision for you. You might be someone that is like, there's no way, I cannot track. This is too overwhelming. I don't have the time. Whatever it is, it's okay. Honestly, just by you being more mindful of what it is that you're eating, you will see progress. It just might take longer than tracking. Maybe you can do it for like a day or two, just so you know like how much rice you're eating a day. Like maybe measure a cup and you can kind of like eyeball it, and you're able to see like, oh, okay, this is a cup of rice. Oh wow, maybe I was serving myself 2 cups, 3 cups. But whatever works best for you. Like I said in my previous videos, if you cut out processed foods and you cut out like a lot of sugary foods and you drink water instead of getting calories from drinks, then you will see a lot of progress and you might be really happy with those results, and you might not even want to get to tracking at all. So it just depends on your lifestyle. It depends on what you're willing to do. It depends on, I'm just here sharing my experience and letting you guys know that I went through this and I love tracking just because I love being that much in control of what it is that my body is consuming and how much. And I have pretty high fitness goals for myself. So I feel like this is like the best way for me that I will get to reach the goals I want. But it all depends on you and do what's best for you. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, what else? Comment. I really do appreciate you guys taking your time to listen to me. But yeah, thank you so much, and till next time.